Oh, wow. You are right, motherfuckers. You're right. Look, 2 cars. Liquidation sale. What the fuck is going on, Papa? Oh my god. 1, 2. And the demon, the Dodge Demon is going on sale too. It's already been sold. Wow. Wow. Interesting. What podcast none deals up in 6 months? Podcast on Brendan Schaub announced. Oh, okay. Interesting theory too about podcast 1. Let's check this out. So the car's on sale. The ultimate tier. Yeah, the car's on sale. And he's actually sold it under his fucking name as well. Brendan Schaub. 110 grand. His TRX truck. 2002 Ram. No, it's not TRX. It's a Ram 1500. A Ram 1500, right? Jesus Christ. That's the car. Yep, we know Brendan's rap. That's a Dodge Demon 100. 170. Flawless Demon 170. Carriage kept. Never tracked or raced. 140, 100 or offer. So yeah, he sold it already for 120. It's actually ending, isn't it? It's actually ending. I didn't think it would end like this. I'm not gonna lie. But they said that's how it ends. They say in life that's how things end. It ends on a whimper. There's no big, bells and whistles. It just ends. Things just end on a whimper. But that car is sexy, though, isn't it? Shame he's selling it, but that car is fucking sexy. I'd love to own this. This is beautiful. Like, it looks so fucking aggressive. It actually looks demonic. It actually does look demonic, especially in that lime green slithering snake. That car looks crazy, man. I love this car. This might be my favorite of his cars, to be fair. This might be my favorite of his cars. Get some road wheels on these, right? Some road tires, not the slicks. Get some road tires on these, and Jesus Christ, the sound of the engine. Oof, that car is beautiful. That car is beautiful. Maybe it's a good investment too, because it's kept its value, in it. I think he bought it around the same price. Maybe it's a good investment, because these cars were limited edition. I'm not mistaken, right? This particular color and this whatever the setup. I'm pretty sure this was limited edition, so it's kept its value pretty well. 120 is pretty decent. I'd imagine the Demon would move quickly. Yeah, exactly. It's very popular. Interesting. Nope. You're a team player. Demon's too heavy. First drive was in the rain and slicks. True. Teammate, coach is not gonna do anything for your kid. It's gonna look like a snitch. Strike hard, strike fast. That's a good point. Big up A-Martin. That's a good point. I never thought about that. If you told the manager or the coach your kid's gonna look like a snitch, you're gonna look like a bit of a cock or a bit of a pussy, so maybe privately you would tell your kid, hey, if he touches you one more time, break his fucking face, and then you act surprised when it happens. You say, look, if you get caught, I'm gonna act surprised, but maybe you would. Maybe you're right in that respect. We got Apex Parts. That color was from the 67 70 Chevy. Now I'm in the era of AZ coming up in purpose downsizing. Yeah. We got Sean. We love to see it, man. We love to see it. My background soon is going to be lavish. My background soon is going to be fucking lavish. It's going to be an update. We're going to be out here enjoying. I'm going to be out here doing regular streams of the regular as well, with no noise and shit. Talking about some yeah, big up A Martinez.
Bro, I was bullied. I told coaches it got worse.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, cool. So you're right. You guys are right. So maybe Brendan was right in that case. Maybe Brendan was right in that case. Maybe he should have told his kid to break that kid's face. Shit. I really can't believe it's over. Are you guys surprised in the stream chat? I can't believe it's over. It's literally over, mate. Unless he's selling these because he doesn't want to move them to the new studio. That could be the excuse, right? The excuse could be, I'm moving studios. I don't want to move. Because sometimes if you move home, you usually try and get rid of things. You don't want to move with the same things that you moved in with, right? You want to try and to make the moving easy. So maybe his excuse could be, no, I'm moving to another place. I obviously don't want to have the same amount of cars. And I hardly drive this, so I'm selling it. Maybe it's not like a financial thing. He could sell it like that. Oh, it's not a financial thing. I just want to free up some money and obviously not take the same amount of cars to a new place. I don't know. I think I'm paying to AZ moving closer to them West End girls. Hilarious. So AZ, you just have to settle for the aggressive lime green electric scooter. Pick up Navy, exactly. I have to settle for a Lime scooter, my friend. A Lime scooter or a Lime bike. That'll be the closest I'll get to this 170 anytime soon. A Lime scooter or a Lime bike. Oh, they never wanted me until I came up. Yeah, big up Andrew. Oh my god, I can't believe it's over. I really can't believe it's over like this. It's over on a whimper, mate. It's over on a fucking whimper. Let me actually check out the threads. What they're saying here in the comments, actually. What they're saying in the comments section. This is crazy. I never expected it to be over like this. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he'd survive a bit longer. I thought he would be able to grift a bit longer than this. I thought he was gonna be able to grip for a bit longer than this. What they're saying here in the Reddit. First the house, now the truck. Uncle Sam's coming knocking. You sold the house, yeah. I believe it's for sale. Heard there's plenty of shipping containers for the fam to live. It's against the law in Texas to raise Chombi out of a storage unit. Gotta think long term. He might be up for a Lost Truck podcast. Not to mention, was that what I was saying? So I messed that bit here. Sorry. Not to mention the podcast moving to a fixer upper location, not shitting on people for having to downsize. Papa never makes mention of these things or never has a humility to address it in a real way. Yeah, that's the thing. This is not a big deal. For most people it's not a big deal, but he's got such a big ego. He's so like thin-skinned. He's so proud. He's probably never going to mention this. That's the thing. He'll flex when he's on the up. That's the thing I don't like. That's the thing I think is, if you're going to be a flexer, right? Because I'm never a flexer. I'm very low-key and I'm also private in terms of all my stuff in general. I just think it's very tasteless anyway to be showing off your things and look how much I've got online. It's not something I'm into. Although I'm black, it's one thing I don't do that's stereotypically black. I don't show anything off. But I think if you're going to be the shower offer person, if you're going to be the look what I've got, my dad Richard, you know, that type of guy, if you're going to be the materialistic vain person, I think the way to do it properly is to show when you go down too. You know, if you really want to do the whole I've got so many nice things content, I think it's actually what makes that content good is when you go down a down path, when you go down a downward trajectory, when you lose some things, and then you show that as well. You document you having to sell some things. You document you having to maybe move, to downsize your apartment, downsize your home. Then when you get up again and you have a good time, you can show off, oh look, I'm back up where I wanted to be. But don't just show us the fucking ups and then completely and pretend like nothing's happening. You know what I mean? That's the one thing I don't like. He likes to brag and show off, oh my god, I'm so proud I bought a Ferrari, I'm so proud I did this truck, another wrap, another giveaway, another this. There's been no mention of the house sale, no mention of the selling of the cars, no mention of the studio downsizing. Doesn't look like Papa's promoting all the gas drive anymore on IG. Hope this isn't the end for the mechanic cosplay. That tire must have really made his hands dirty. There's trucks are regarded as fuck, truly retarded. If there's a reason to make is there a reason to make a 1500 Ram look like that? I know it sounds naive, but it just looks highly impractical. Exactly. It's so true. It just looks like shit, innit? It just looks like shit. To be fair, it just looks a bit shit. And again, you know what's really shit about this too? It's a car he just takes his kids to school in. This is the car he takes on the school run. This car doesn't go off-road. He doesn't even probably drive it that fast. You know, you got your kids in there. You don't want to get pulled over. You don't want them to get scared. So it's like, what's the point of this? Like, what is the point of this? What's the point of even owning this? It's like 15 horsepower pickup truck to take your kids to school. Okay. He and Mexican handled money worse than an 18-year-old rookie with a second signing bonus. They went straight into every stereotypical nouveau riche move. Designer clothes, flashy vacations, expensive cars, oversized houses flex, no discipline. But hey, it looked like, oh, you know what's true? Flashy vacations. Is it me? Or has Slow Joe not been on a yearly Vegas trip in a while? Remember guys, that was her thing, yearly Vegas trips. Now don't get me wrong, thinking about it now, maybe the yearly Vegas trip was more of a thing when Brendan was cheating. When Brendan wasn't claiming Slow Joe as his wife. When Brendan was referring to Slow Joe as my girl. When he was doing stand-up and being on the road more often. Maybe those Vegas trips were her way of like saying, okay, you leave me with these kids most of the times, because you're doing comedy, I need my one time to go and feel hot, to get some attention outside of you, and to kind of, you know, first trap a bit. So maybe it's different. But I can't remember the last time Slojo went on a Vegas trip. And those are usually paid for Brendan. Those are all expenses paid by Brendan. I can't remember the last time she went on a Vegas trip. His wife's BBL is gonna be repossessed as crazy. The truck is atrocious looking. Best I can do is 500 plus to cover the title transfer. New carbon, yeah. Why did this idiot post this on his own FB and not an alias? Not the best brains. So the buyer can get, he probably posted it under his full account because he felt it would help the sales, you know. I'm not gonna lie. I've got a feeling Brendan put his full name there, including a baby picture, because he probably felt like it would probably help the sales. I kid you not. I bet you any money Brendan put his full government name on there and his profile picture having be a kid's picture of himself, because he thought it would improve his chances of making the sale. I bet you any money. Or people will see the name and know it's me and want to buy, do you know what I mean? For sure he did that like that, for sure. But Jesus Christ, man. I can't believe it's over. What's going on? Tax season. How long till Schaub and Brian are recording on the side of the road with squash cardboard? Car guy has to be the longest laugh after comedy, but boy has it been exhausting to pretend. Feigned passion for such a long time. He almost got us when he saw him roll out with a wheel around like he's filled with nitroglycerin. Brendan is tarred, but it doesn't make sense to have 5 cars you never drive when you're pulling in no money. Last time I looked at TFATK, was pulling in 40k views per week. That's barely enough to pay chilling enough. That's more than 40k. If I got 40k on my views on my videos every day, every fucking video, I'd be living very well. But 40k when you've got 3 employees essentially, right? 2 employees, Brian and Kat and Chin, plus the rent for the fucking storage unit, plus all the bills you have to pay for the cars. To be fair, I've never got the car thing anyway. I've never got why you needed so many cars. I don't understand. In general, to be completely, if I'm honest, I don't get the car collection thing anyway. I don't get it. I think maybe a man might need at most 2 cars if you're really pushing it 3 in your collection. Maybe like a weekend car and a drive around thing, right? If you really are a car guy. I don't get people that have more than 5 or 10 cars. I don't get it. But if you have that many cars, you're probably making enough to make it justifiable. You're making a lot of money to justify those purchases. But a guy having, like, especially a person like Brendan with his finances being where they are, 5 cars, 6 cars, it's just too much. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Like, you're just trying to flex and then you're also hurting yourself. Doesn't make sense. You owe somebody money, downsizing studios, selling trucks. No one's going to buy that. Taxman coming, gotta sell gears. Mexican family hanging around too much. Jesus Christ. What they're saying on the demon. What's that? Never tracked or race. No shit. Me no racer. Can someone in the know shed light on how much he actually can make on flipping these cars? The Demon 170 has a market value of 150. So he's already selling for below market value. So yeah, oh true. He's selling probably below market value to get the money in it, probably. I'd assume he's selling it below market value so he can get a quick sale, the Demon. That's why it sold so quickly. Because he's selling it 30k less than market value. So of course, if you got the P, you're going to buy that straight away. You're going to snap that up, you know what I mean? You're going to snap that up. Okay, I understand what they mean here. To make profit off of flipping cars, you have to have some crazy good modifications, and even then most of your because I guess what I was talking about making money, I think is Brendan's clearly got a spending problem. Brendan's like dark side Phil. It seems like when Brendan gets money in his pocket, he has to spend it. So maybe the Demon 170 was a good investment, even though he sold it under market value, because he wouldn't have kept this money. If he had 120,000 in his bank account, he'd spend it. So maybe it's a good thing that he bought something that held the money, and now he can get the money. He can kind of, liquidate and get the cash, extract the cash from the car. So that's why maybe it was a good investment, because he would have definitely spent that money on something else, that wouldn't have been able to get the money back from. So I guess in some respects it's a good investment. You're supposed to cater to what buyers want, because newly modeled cars are sometimes undesirable. It's a really small pool of wealthy buyers who want to drive down the price of every chance. Piston, 40k views a week don't pay the bills. The vision bought exactly called the phenomenon of writing his own problem. It's happening. Bappa bought to roll up in the Avalon, says basically Lexus. Oh, he's hurting for money. LMAO probably took a deal at 100k. I'm sorry, 100k for a fucking Dodge. And I know it's a demon, I know it's a specs, but it's still overhyped, overpriced. Really? Do you think so, people on the stream chat? I don't think it's overhyped. I think it's very justifiable. These cars are fast, man. This is the last one ever, right? Isn't it? Or haven't they stopped making them too? Maybe it's my black people, my black person in me speaking, but I think that's worth it. No, these cars are like very rare, very rare, and they're very fast for what they are. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a car guy, so would I buy this as my daily driver? Probably not. But like I said, a man, maybe at most, if you're a car dude, you should probably have 2 cars in your collection. Maybe 3 if you're being pushy. Maybe like a weekend car like this and a practical day-to-day driver. But I think it's still a nice car. Nice fucking car. Bro, they just aren't that cool. It's a hood car. It's a hood cat. It's just a hood car in America. Okay, cool. So in America, you don't think it's that cool, basically, Kylie, you're saying. Outside of black people that like them. And it's getting stolen first. It's getting stolen first night in the driveway, true. It has to be in the garage. That's a good point. I think you paid right around 170. So you're basically saying outside of the little niche, it's not the cool thing. So regular people in America won't look at this as a cool car, you mean? It's not worth the price. It don't hold its value. Big up Josie. Okay. Oh, go look it up. Okay, fair play. I think you paid the right price. No more TFATK. Actually, let's check. Is a Dodge Demon 170 on the market now? I want to see if someone's got it on the market. Dodge Demon. Is there one available now? Lime green, yeah? Someone got one available. Shopping. Let's click shopping tab. Is that here there? No, I want, let's see. Someone must have one for sale, right? So let's see, for sale. For sale. Oh, not Sake, for sale. Who's got one available? There's one at Pistons. There's not a lot of lime. There's one on Auto Trader maybe here. There's one on Facebook, it looks like. Not many have live here, is there? What's this one? A used green Dodge. Okay, cool. Okay, that's from 2015. There's another lime green one for 54 grand. Shit. There's a Hellcat wide body. Oh, this one's lovely, isn't it? 122,000. Is that too much for a Dodge? People in America, let me know in the stream chat. Is that too much for a Dodge? 122,000. Is that overpriced? Is that paying too much? Oh, the interior is closed. Oh, the seats at the back are non-existent, isn't it? There's hardly you can't get. Why have the seats? What's the point of having seats in the back? There's literally no room.